Alright, yeah, okay. Hey. Alright, we have everything set. Yeah, okay, everything is set. We have the... Yeah, it seems like all the people I needed to ping are set up. Just gotta get someone here. Is it, alright, is the post there? Yeah, it's posted onto YouTube. Let me check my Blue Sky. Yep, it's posted there as well. To all 0 followers. Oh, yeah. I definitely need to get more focused, but at the same time, it's still hilarious. It's still fucking hilarious. Posted onto server 1, server 2. God, Discord's UI is such a mess. Gotta be honest, like, it's a mess. It's not the worst UI I've seen, but it's still pretty bad. Like, just still pretty bad. But yeah, it's posted there. I don't need to worry now. Yeah, some pre-ramble. The Watcher released during a work day, so I was unable to play it. And besides, like, it broke every mod as well, so it's not like it would have been worth playing day one. So yeah, like, because of that, I was like, okay, I'm gonna wait until every mod's ready to be used. And yeah, um, now the mods are fully prepared, so yeah, without um without too much mods. Hey there, Destroy the OS. How are you doing? Are you doing good? Are you doing well? Synonyms for good, antonyms for bad. I hope you're having a fantastic day as per usual. But yeah, without further ado, happy April Fool's Days, bitches! Happy April Fools. Yeah, it's April 1st for me, and it's almost noon. So I was thinking to myself, what's the dumbest thing I could do for April Fool's Day? And this is it. We're replaying the More Slugcats dating sim. And we're also going to do actual voice acting this time around to make up for the absolutely abhorrent first time. Also, I changed PNG tuber models. Though I'm pretty sure I'm going to use this for any Rain World related content in the future. It's pretty flexible, I think, because, like, you know, I just have to go into the files and just simply replace every single sprite with Artificer colors, or even Gourmand colors, though that would require me to also change the body. Okay, never mind, forget that. Whatever. Point is, happy April Fool's Day. We'll be playing the More Slugcats dating sim with voice acting that sounds about as cursed as it can get. So yeah, let's do this. You have been through hell and back, but now it's time to atone for your sins and your past cycles. You must find a mate or die. Which direction do you head? This is gonna be a short stream, by the way. You should definitely not look at my new Discord status. Fuck it, we ball. I don't get it. I don't get it, Destroy the OS. But I hope it's good. Also, we dropped some frames, but that doesn't matter. This is a dating sim. I know that it's kind of hard to notice, by the way, but yes, my Slugcat is bouncing. Actually, let's make the bounce noticeable. Let's see, about 107 works. Alright. Alright, there we go. But yeah, which direction do I head left? Also, first of all, I'm going to pin a message straight up here. And then I wish they didn't default to their awful fucking emoticons, you know? But yeah, I have no idea why they default to their awful emoticons, to be honest. Anyways, happy April Fools, let's do this. North. You trek to the north, towards a land of towering structures that pierce the heavens. You traverse the rocky, hilly fields as you avoid the large predators that roam this area. It is here where you hope to find a mate, if they even exist in this strange place. You spot a strange slugcat climbing one of the towers unlike any you've seen before. It has no mouth with which to eat or speak with, and is able to generate spiky, bone-like protrusions from its tail. It does not react when it notices you, giving you a good view of it. Fascinating. You approach it to see if you are compatible either as a mate or a food resource. No. You decide to watch some more as you are not too sure what to make of the creature. It simply sits there and continues to generate more and more spikes out of its tail, building an arsenal of weaponry. You must be preparing for a big hunt. A true survivor. You can't help but be impressed. Grab some spears to assist in the hunt. This slugcat could be your hunting buddy. You go to grab a spear off the ground, but as soon as your hand touches it, the slugcat finally reacts to your presence. They unload their arsenal on you, raining down spears at lightning speed. You can't dodge them all and quickly succumb to your injuries. Yes. You approach the strange slugcat, cautiously watching it as it climbs up the top of the tower. You're not sure what it's doing, but you hope that it is another slugcat. Maybe you could have a conversation, or whatever slugcats do. You call out to it, but it doesn't react. Perhaps it is deaf, or it cannot hear you. You begin to wave your hand in an effort to get its attention. Throw a rock at it. The rock hits their head, and they stare back at you with annoyance. And I'm going to cover up my mouth for this one, just for comedic value. You don't really follow the conversation, only stare back in confusion. What? The other slugcat rubs their fingers into their forehead in frustration.
We decided to make another one of these. All this time people have been waiting for more slugcats really. What will they think when they learn that 3.5 years of the entire development time spent solely on developing this trading sim? Look, that's already I'm gonna get this over with.
Hey you, but you don't have a mouth.
I used to have a mouth. Back in the first of our slugcat version. Used to be able to fill out our perfectly clear. Isn't that romantic?
Hey Bush.
That's certainly something.
Well, look how they nerfed me. Unbelievable.
Spearmaster abruptly stabs a spear deep into the wall with a tremendous amount of force. It's a bit terrifying.
Are you even talking to me right now?
What?
I don't need an answer to that. It's awful like that with tail.
You stare at the holes on their tail, both fascinated and repulsed by their questionable biology. We're not going for all the endings as we normally do. Actually, no, wait, we are. Fuck it. Approach the tail. You lean your mouth towards their tail, and immediately they jump back.
What do you think you're trying to do?
You continue after them until they're backed into the edge of the platform. Go for the kill. As you approach, sharp needles suddenly erupt out of every hole in their tail, piercing through your body in multiple places. You die pretty much immediately. Alright. Sharing their frustration.
I kind of get why it feels like doing that, to be honest.
You pat Spirit Master on the shoulder.
I got eat so much food to hibernate. It's just dumb. They even removed me from arena mode. What the hell?
Yeah, get the other room. Eat the belt potato.
Spirit Master looks at you with deep understanding.
Honestly, I heard a rumor they were going to remove me from the game entirely. Absolutely sadistic.
Give Spirit Master a hug.
It's okay. We still can need to skip together, little Bobby.
You wipe the tears out of Spirit Master's eye.
I needed to hear that.
Spirit Master says.
But speaking of nurse, I'm hungry and I need to find people to take it with your spirit.
Spirit Master generates a fresh spear out of their tail and looks at it with admiration. I got eggs on the house. You pull out your trusty egg that you carry with you all the time. Spirit Master looks at it over curiously.
It is a hard spirit, I'm not sure how effective the spirit will be excited from it. But I suppose it's worth a shot.
You place the egg on the ground and line it up neatly for a clean throw from one of Spirit Master's spears. You take aim and throw a direct hit into the egg. It immediately distorts the space around it like a miniature black hole. Shield your eyes. It's bright. Extremely bright. But only for a moment. With all of its might, Spirit Master's spear sucks the singularity into it, absorbing it as a nutrient. The distortion of space subsides, but Spirit Master's spear and attached umbilical begins to glow with a blinding light. Reach out your hand to rescue Spirit Master. Spirit Master struggles for a moment before their body collapses in on itself into a single point of matter smaller than your eye can even perceive. But with it, all the other surrounding matter begins to be absorbed into the point as well, in a runaway, cascading collapse. You try to run, but you begin to be absorbed into the point almost as fast as you can try to react. Before you know it, your body is spaghettified and your surroundings go black, but somehow you are still conscious. Observe your surroundings. Within the expanse of blackness, you soon see an unfamiliar silhouette. Mechanical noises whiz as it slowly pivots its way towards your location. I can't really do a good iterator voice, like I can't do that on the fly, so we'll have to just improvise. Little creature, you are my first visitor, but hopefully not the last. I expected I would be visited by one of my own, but I suppose a dim-witted creature like you will suffice.
This is pretty unnormal, man.
Shush, there's much work to be done, and I could use a helper. This is just the beginning. You shrug, there's not much else to do in this void, and you don't feel like wasting your brain cells trying to reason around a dating sim story arc. You get to work. Read your eye. Let's get the alternate path, by the way, or the other two alternate paths in the bomb. Oh shit, I just realized that my Slugcat PNG tuber disappeared. Oh my god, I fucking hate that. Oh my god. And I need to fix that as well. I need to fix that quickly. Holy shit, dog. How is that not fixed? Hold on a second. Let me hide the PNG tuber model while I make a fix. So, it looks like what I forgot to do is actually... It's like, I created this a while ago, by the way. I I created this a while ago, but I forgot to actually playtest it, as I like to call the process, because of course I forget to playtest these things. Let me overwrite the save file. Exit edit mode. Make sure that everything is working. And PNG Tuber back online. Just gotta make sure. There we go. We are all bloody sick. Anyways, let's go search for food.
Let's go search for food.
You and Spearmaster climb to the roof of the tower and search for food. You overlook the canopies and the structures out in the distance. The view is industrial, but oddly beautiful. You lean your head against Spearmaster's shoulder.
Is it night?
A loud noise fires from the sky, and a large harpoon immediately skewers Spearmaster's chest cavity. Their corpse is hoisted into the sky by a stream.
What?
Hey, I'm the Vulture King and this is our territory. Get lost, buddy.
You just killed my boyfriend.
Get a problem with that? My boss here does what he wants. We rule this canopy.
Okay, Mama Thing.
Raising your voice, eh? We'll teach you a lesson you won't forget. You won't forget the wrath of the Vulture King.
I can't do that voice. Seriously. Grab a spear off the ground. Before you get a chance to react, red balls of spit fly through the air and begin pelting the vultures. They fly backwards, looking shocked.
You vultures think you can rule this canopy? Not when I'm around. I'll rip your ring. I'll rip... Flip, 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 flip. I'll rip your wings right off your body.
The red lizard makes quick chase, and the three vultures decide to make an escape. Threaten the red lizard with your spear.
Whoa, wait, that's not necessary. I'm not here to eat you.
I'm used to dealing with red lizards. Don't think you can pull anything on me, Clownfish.
No, I just wanted to introduce you to my friend. They're kinda shy, but they've been eyeing you from a distance.
Okay. So I guess.
God, this voice. The red lizard runs off to get their friend like a good wingman.
What are you even hopping right now? Hello, it's nice to meet you. Oh, hey, what's up? I'm just pretty cute. Oh, thanks. So, do you come around often? Oh yeah, this is my hanging spot. Oh, cool. That's pretty neat. Hey, oh my god. Are you okay? I'm just so nervous. It's fine, deep breaths. I'm pretty chill. You don't need to be nervous.
I'm not gonna read the rest of this. This voice kills me. Pat the lizard on the head. Before you get a chance to reach your hand out, Tentacle slaps the back of the lizard and pulls him off the edge of the tower. You hear a faint slurping sound before more tentacles emerge over the edge. Panic. The situation has gotten out of control. Too much is happening at once. You grab your head as the mass of tentacles moves towards you.
Well, ew, that's not an appropriate thing to say. This is a friendly dating sim. You need to watch him now.
Throw your spear at the creature. It has little effect, and the creature quickly ensnares you in its tentacles. You are dragged into its rotten maw where your body is dissolved away. That gross noise I've done is not edited, by the way. I can literally make that noise on demand, so I'm pretty sure everyone else can. Let's say... yeah.
What about me? No, I mean, you can siphon my nutrients, which is good. It's okay. Wait,
No, whatever. I don't have time for this. I want to stand the card food.
Spearmaster takes the spear and chucks it at your torso. It's not a pleasant experience, and you quickly lose consciousness. Your nutrients leave your body. So yeah, 4 more directions and then we're done. But each direction has some insane shit go on as well. Trust me, I'm looking forward to all that. You travel to the east, to a large expanse of water littered with small islands and outcroppings of industrial waste and the skeletons of civilizations long forgotten. When you arrive at this water's edge, you search around for a little while, and then you find a small cave that you think will make a suitable home for you. You step into the entrance and make yourself comfortable, however you begin to hear some noise. It sounds like someone is moving around and making sounds, but you can't make out what it is because the noise is coming from further inside the cave. You're uneasy and unsure of what to do. Call out to them. The creature suddenly springs out at an alarming speed. It's another slugcat, like you, except blue-colored with some kind of strange aquatic gills. You're blue-colored as well, and... okay, more like a very navy blue, but still. On their face. Anyways, they jump up and down in excitement upon seeing you. Hold on, let me just... hold on, I'll be right back, quickly. Had to grab a drink, that's all. I need that drink because, like, my throat's going to die from this.
It's another slugcat! It's another slugcat!
It says, clearly an energetic one. It continues speaking excitedly.
Ah! Another slugcat! Did you come here to scavenge materials too? I'm scavenging.
Voice crack.
I'm scavenging for love.
Fuck it, we're doing it like this. Without listening to your response, the guild slugcat jumps on top of you.
Mwah! You smell so good. You're so good. Oh, calm down. You're being obnoxious.
You reply. It's not that you have anything against it per se. This one just seems to be incredibly excited about you, and that makes you uncomfortable.
Are you afraid of me?
The blue creature asks.
No way. You're not there.
The guild slugcat giggles and then suddenly jumps down into a small puddle of water and disappears. The cave becomes very quiet after that. You wonder if they're coming back or maybe it didn't like your answer. Wait. After only a few minutes of waiting, you feel and hear an ominous rumbling. The slugcat springs back out of the puddle excitedly and with a huge smile on their face. You're trailed by a monstrous mechanical beast larger than you've ever seen. You're not smiling, you're scared. Roll out of the way. You try to move, but the beast is practically as large as the entire interior of the cave. Its mechanical jaws crush around you like a prison. The other slugcat slips out swiftly with a giggle, while the jaws clamp shut and shatter every bone in your body. That was a leviathan, probably. Wait. Wait, no way, my god, the waiting option was not the one. Chase after them. You decide to jump down into the puddle too, and find out where they went. You slip down into the frigid water and begin to gasp as the cold water rapidly seeps through your thick skin. You try to look around underwater, but you can't see the other slugcat anywhere. You flail your arms about and try to tread water, but it's no use. You're disoriented and lose track of the way back out. It's only a few seconds later before you pass out.
Yeah, a little.
The slugcat suddenly leans forward and whispers into your ear.
That isn't fear. That's respect. I like a slugcat with some fear in their eyes. I like a challenge. You have a challenge for me, don't you?
You still do not know what to make of this slugcat. His body is blue and slimy, and you do not feel particularly well about it. You would prefer to have a less hyperactive friend. You notice that it's watching you very carefully, as if it is waiting for a chance to pounce on you. You cannot help but feel that it is a little too friendly and not quite sure why. Perhaps it is just the effect of the creature's natural exuberance and you are overthinking it. Break the silence.
I should probably...
So anyways, if you're looking to date me, you should meet my mother first.
What?
Sorry, it's a requirement. Do you want to go see her now?
I
really gotta be going now. Slughead looks at you quizzically.
You gonna be going now to go see my mother?
No.
Yeah, I'm so glad. Let's go.
They pounce on your back, flip your shoulders, and then grasp your hands firmly. God, I need a... I just looked over at chat. Roar. This is the worst voice I'm giving Ruffles over here, by the way. They grasp your hand firmly. Before you can react, you are being swiftly dragged out of the cave by them.
You're too late.
You're rapidly escorted along the surface of water towards a towering monolith of a structure in the distance. Slughead does not let up their energy as they take you inside the structure as you quickly weave through a maze of interior passages.
Your mother lives here?
Yeah, she's right in the next room.
You emerge into a large, open metallic chamber, the floors of which are soaked with pools of water. The mechanical device floats around the chamber, gleaming with floating lights. You don't understand.
Where's your mama?
What do you mean? She's right there.
The Slughead excitedly points towards the floating device, then randomly does a backflip.
What do you mean?
Question everything. Was this a trap? This is an... I'm trying to get that quote. I don't know. There is no doubt in your mind that now that the Slughead must be a construct, a programmed puppet controlled by her mother's voice. She's not truly alive in any way, you can tell. This is simply the next generation of very old tradition, using a new form of technology as a tool.
Do you understand me?
The device floats over closer to you. I don't have a moon voice. I don't sound anywhere close to a female. And I can't do on the fly... whatever. Of course I can understand you, little one. I comprise a vast network of intelligence. You feel dumb. Of course I can understand you. Why would they bring you to meet their mother if they couldn't understand? This is bad. You wanted to make a good first impression. You're already messing this up. You weren't ready to meet their parents. Why must these things always be so stressful?
Oh, yes. Of course, I knew I was just kidding.
Start to panic. There's no way this advanced machine isn't already judging your intelligence. You're blowing this. How embarrassing. You need to find a way out. You turn and make a dash for the room's exit.
Hey, wait, where are you going?
The other Slughead cries out behind you. You hop through the tunnel and crawl as fast as you can. This is the worst day of your life. How could you have made such a fool of yourself? You run and don't ever look back. Imagine having to rush through this dating sim while a cycle timer is in the corner. Like, that would be absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, sure, I guess.
Yeah, it's been so long since we had a visitor.
They excitedly run in circles around you and grasp your hand firmly.
Come on, let's go.
Before you know it, you're being swiftly dragged out of the cave by them.
Look,
And yes, I'm gonna skip to that.
nice to meet you.
The device floats over to you. Oh, how sweet. Nice to meet you too. He looks towards the other Slughead. Is this your new friend? I always enjoy having more company. Their mom seems very polite. I feel a little more comfortable.
Yeah, I think we're dating now or something.
How adorable. A new member of the family. What is your name?
I don't have a name.
What? How can you not have a name? Fuck my voice. Let me grab the entire fucking cart. Hold on. Basically. I take a swig of this every single time my voice cracks. It doesn't automatically cure it, it just makes my voice a little more funny. Hold on. Alright. God, I miss milk. It's like... What? Alright.
No. What? How can you not have a name?
Their mom seems astonished.
It's fine, Mom. Don't worry about it.
The other slug cat interjects.
No, we need to give them a nickname. How about Savantha?
What? Mom, what kind of a name is that? That sounds dumb.
Okay, fine. What about Gorbo?
Mom, you're like the worst at coming up with names.
Shh, Ruffles, I'm trying to think here.
I told you not to call me that.
Okay,
Fuck! What? Who's that? Who's called? Someone from Pennsylvania. That's who. Jesus Christ. Well, I'm just gonna ignore it like usual.
It's okay. Let's just get back on track.
Suddenly, your stomach starts to rumble.
Okay, forget all about that. You poor thing, you must be starving.
Your partner's mother orbits around you with concern.
I can't believe my child didn't feed you before coming here. They have no manners.
You try to track her position as the robotic arm spirals around frantically.
They're trying to date you and they don't even know how to take care of you. You're shame. Night, one used to diving. Shrug. You have any food, though? All we have at the moment are these marshmallows that Ruffles gathered last time we were out.
You recoil at the food item.
It's not one you're familiar with and you're not sure what to make of it. You can have some, we have plenty.
Do we die, survive, or die? Well, actually, technically speaking, we die in all of them. Take the marshmallow. You stick the marshmallow in your mouth, and it is immediately not what you were expecting. While it's soft and chewy like a good slime mold would be, it has an added layer of awful spice. It's actually so gross, your entire mouth is on fire. As you swallow, you feel as if acid is running through your insides. You fall to the ground in pain. What did you just eat? The world around you goes blurry as the fire reaches inside. This will be your final meal.
I'm looking for soulmate.
Honesty is the best policy. You tell the machine that you're here to find your soulmate. Your partner's mother looks at you with new eyes.
You creatures and your romantic ideals. How sweet. A soulmate is someone who will help you find your path in life, be it good or bad. Am I right so far? Yeah, I think so. I'm glad you were brought here to find someone special. Someone who will love and cherish you forever. It's important to find someone to share your life with. To find someone who will accept you for who you are and will love you unconditionally. Yo, that was exactly what I was doing, Charlie.
Smell this kind machine lady. Yeah, anyways, eat the glowy food instead.
I'm good, I'll just take one of these.
You jump up and grab one of the glowy food items floating in the air. Almost immediately as you touch it, your partner's mother lets out a guttural screech, piercing your eardrums. You don't know what's happening. You quickly turn to look back at the other slug cat in confusion, but they appear to be screaming as well.
Did I do something wrong?
Stop hurting my mother!
The other slug cat skips across the surface of the water pool at a speed that should not be physically possible. Before you know it, their hands are around your throat. They push you down under the water and hold you there. You struggle to get free, but there is no hope. The glow of the floating food items twinkle about the surface of the water, looking like stars. It's a beautiful final vision to end your journey on. Alright. Alright. Offer your egg.
Would you like me to read this? It's a bit dusty, but I'll do my best. Hold on.
Their mother begins to explain the properties of the egg to you in excruciating detail.
What? Don't I explain it? Make food with it.
Of course. It's been a while since I've cooked up a proper meal. The machine crawls around really excitedly. With this egg, we can make a classic yet somewhat modern slug cake.
Need more than an egg for that.
He says he pondered the Gargoyle's egg.
I can improvise.
I'll have you know that I'm a very capable cook.
Okay, good luck, Bob.
She pauses in the air with the egg. Wait a second. This egg?
Yeah, it's an egg.
This egg is just the right amount of portable.
Eggs tend to be that way.
This recipe would be just the right technical implementation.
Implement this food in my mouth.
Would this be the solution?
Solution to my hunger, yes.
She cracks the egg in half. A forceful suction that pulls the machine and all floating lights. Fuck. I didn't raid! She suddenly cracks the egg in half. A forceful suction begins that pulls the machine and all the floating lights into it. As they collect into a central point, it's as if all of their lights begin to combine to create an increasingly blinding glow. The suction only grows stronger, pulling the water, rocks, and surrounding metal into it. You and your partner are caught up in this and get assimilated as well. Open your eyes. In this white void, everything has combined. Your memories remain, but so too have you acquired the memories of your partner and family. Fuck, my controller DC'd. Yeah, I have to keep my controller plugged in because I have improved input configs on as well. Have you found your soulmate, or have you become your soulmate? It seems like one and the same. A perfect, undeniable, shared understanding of each other. A soul combined in unison. This is the state of being you were searching for. You're sure of it. To the south, you approach a land of waste and ruins. The scattered byproducts of bygone eras lie strewn across the landscape, in mounds that resemble artificial hills and mountains. You proceed further. Suddenly, in the distance, you see a crimson-colored slug cat. She is aggressive and seems to have the ability to create explosions from her body and propel herself with shockwaves. She is a mother slug cat who is grieving the loss of her children. Regardless, she is your only hope of continuing your lineage. You must choose to approach her carefully, or else she'll flee due to her being terrified and grief-stricken. Throw an egg at her. You fling the explosive egg at her in an attempt to subdue her. The egg shatters when it hits the ground, instantly beginning to generate a space-time singularity. The other slug cat creates her own explosion, parrying the egg back towards you. You try to run away, but the shockwave of the explosion slams into you, hurting you severely. You lie on the floor dying as the other slug cat looks at you with pity. She utters a few last words. What do I do for this one?
I am sorry, but you should have known better than to mess with a mother slug cat on the hunt.
Oh, God. Sneak up on her. Remaining silent and hidden among the tall blades of grass, slowly approaching the mother slug cat. Your body is shaking nervously and your eye is twitching. Your efforts of remaining unseen are in vain. The mother slug cat looks at you directly. You feel your heart pounding as she stares into your eyes. She lets out a loud hiss, jumping backwards in an exaggerated fashion. She is scared of you, just as you are of her. It seems you share a tragic bond. Both of you are lonely individuals. Hand her a rock. You pick up a rock and hand it to the mother slug cat. She holds it in her hand and stares at it, but doesn't seem to be pleased. She places it in her mouth, coating it with an explosive substance. She spits it out, having turned the rock into an explosive. She holds it in her paws and seems to admire it, and then throws it at you. It explodes upon impact with you, causing you to fall backwards. You are dazed and confused as the world spins around you. You struggle to believe. You struggle to breathe as the world fades to black. Blush at her, or keep moving towards her. You continue moving cautiously, approaching the mother slug cat at a slow pace. It isn't working. She remains frightened of you. You think to try to how to calm her, but it seems your efforts are in vain. She grabs a spear lying on the ground next to her. You watch as she aims directly at you.
Please don't hurt me, baby.
You find herself saying. Her spear releases, flying straight towards you. You attempt to dodge, but to no avail. It pierces straight through you, and you fall to the ground. You have been killed by the mother slug cat. Blush at her. You giggle at her exaggerated jump, then blush. She stares at you angrily. She begins heading away from you, and despair wells up inside of you. It's your last chance, and you have to take it now.
Wait,
She stops walking, her back still facing you. Your voice trembles as you speak out to her again, tears running down your face. She slowly turns around to face you once more. It seems you have nothing to lose, so you can try one last thing to convince her.
please go out with me.
She stares at you, and then begins laughing. You feel mentally crushed by her laugh.
You're pitiful.
She says.
I'm going to end you.
The mother slug cat suddenly pounces at you. It's quick and vicious. It's all over before you have time to react. I just love how the inv image right there. Like, look at the inv image right there. It's just, help, I just wanted chicks.
You're cute.
You let out the words. The truth is you can't hold back. The mother slug cat turns her head and begins walking towards you with a curious expression on her face. She rubs your head with her paw, and you can feel her heart pounding in your chest. She hugs you with one of her claws, and you hug back.
You don't need to be alone, baby.
She softly smiles and gives you a kiss on the cheek. You take her paw in her hand and look into her eyes. Behind her, the sun bursts through the clouds, casting an array of beautiful colors in the landscape. The rain stops falling, and the rainbows form overhead. Regurgitate a pearl from your stomach. Fuck! Hold on! I almost forgot! There we go. That was an alarm. My usual 12:30 alarm to remind me to wake the fuck up if I didn't wake up. You pull the large round pearl from your stomach and offer it to her. Immediately, 100 scavengers emerge at the sight of the pearl with raised spears. You back away, and the mother slug cat hisses and spits at them. The scavengers growl in anger and begin charging at you both. The two of you are outnumbered, but you have each other, and that's all you need. You both stand ready to fight. You and the mother slug cat fight valiantly against the vicious horde of scavengers, but you are ultimately overcome. You sacrifice yourself, taking several of the scavengers with you. She escapes without so much as a scratch, leaving you to die a warrior's death.
I know what you really like.
You say this as she looks at you with curiosity.
What could you possibly know about me?
She asks.
You're lonely.
She looks away sadly, and her body begins shaking. She stumbles backwards and falls over onto the ground. The cat, she said,
You understand me perfectly.
She begins crying loudly, and you sit by her. You stroke her face with your long, slimy fingers, and she stops crying.
You need children.
She looks at you in confusion as you explain yourself.
You could populate this world, make new children.
She growls angrily and begins to cry again.
I had children.
She looks at you angrily and spits in your face.
They can't be replaced.
She disappears, leaving behind a dust cloud.
Oh?
You weep as she leaves, and then you pack your things and leave as well, return to shelter. The rain is starting to come, and you spend so much time talking that you forget to eat. Then you lay down and you accept your fate. Whoops.
You need egg.
Take out the egg you've been carrying around and give it to her. She accepts it and her eyes brighten up. With a smile on her face and the egg in her hand, she sits down. She places it in her mouth and coats it with the transformative bacteria. She spits it out and places it on the ground. The egg begins to glow in a bright light. She steps back and stares at it, and the egg begins to transform. Figures emerge from the light.
What did you just do?
How do I do this? Mother, we are reborn. We have reintroduced to this existence. We are a family now. ... The new creature looks like the mother's subcat, and she is happy. She hugs the figures and they embrace her back. You feel like you've finally done something right, and you have. Goodbye, loneliness. Goodbye, sadness. Hello, family. Walk into the light and embrace them. You walk towards the figures emerging from the light, and they embrace you. Their slimy bodies feel warm to touch, and you feel tears escape your eyes. You've never felt so loved in your life. You enter the light as a family, and accept your fate. Wait, shit. Whatever. This wasn't going to be a full stream without it. Problem is, I have to then immediately get back to it. Oh god, I have to... Buddy, I'm just mashing. I have to literally get... I accidentally forgotten that pressing accept your fate actually ends it immediately, so you have to go all the way... Fuck. That's okay, I'm just going to cheese this. I went through all this effort just for an April Fool's joke. Also, 8 kills everything that's on the screen. And, oh, for bloody god. Blood, I just accidentally... Wrong button. There you go. I accidentally pressed. It's the numpad, not the top buttons. I don't know why I thought it was the top buttons. God. Obnoxious. Shit. Jesus. I ain't getting bitten by you. Oh my bloody god. Kill them all. Press 8. Mash 8. Jesus. Wept. Dude. Alright, let's see. We're using a numpad here. Because the numpad actually oh my god! Come on, die. Thank you. Alright. Absolutely love Kayava. I should have replaced the entire... Like, maybe for the next April Fool's Day, instead of anything on my Twitch channel, it's something on my YouTube that I do that is absolutely fucking stupid. Whatever. What's the stupidest prank I can come up with on YouTube? God, those noises are funny. Numbering order of these exits makes less sense to me the more I think about it. Well. Oh, what the fuck? There we go. Fix that. Alright. Alright. Epilepsy warning. Also, by the way, if you're wearing headphones, this is obnoxious because it's waving back and forth between my ears like it's Sonic Colors Ultimate. Yeah, if you don't know, Sonic Colors Ultimate, I'm gonna give you some lore that people have figured out. So Sonic Colors Ultimate has this very weird sound mixing thing that it does. That where, in order to mimic surround sound, or at least in a very poor attempt to mimic surround sound, they instead have the noise, pretty much everything, the sound effects, they all bounce between your left and right sides of the headphones. I assume it's meant to mimic surround sound, but it's not actually surround sound because it's only one direction. Okay. Down we go, then. Please, please, please. Please, where the fuck are ya? Are you up? Yeah? Oh, there it is. There we go. Alright, so yeah, we went south last time and finished that route. We have to go west and down. Yeah, I have personally heard horror stories, and I'm very thankful for reviews pointing out the issue. But yeah, let's get back to it. Also, it was made in Godot engine, which is actually really cool, but it seems like that also... well, there's also a root to the problem. But anyways. We travel to the west towards a very overgrown section of the world. The world was once filled with many amazing things, and vegetation was one of them. By traveling west, you are searching towards a place that has grown wild with plants and flowers. As you make your way up a hill, you see a large, hefty slugcat who seems to have no problem maintaining their diet in this challenging world. As you watch, you notice they seem to have the ability to generate infinite objects by regurgitating them from their stomach. You approach carefully, unsure of whether to attack or to speak with them. Greet them. You cautiously move forward, staying low on the ground. You approach the large slugcat slowly, unsure of how they will react. As you get close, you yell hello at them. The sudden sound of your voice startles them, and they instinctively roll up into a ball. Then they begin to tumble down the hill towards you. Unsure of what you do, you duck and cover. It says highly ineffective as they land directly on top of you. You feel the air in your lungs forced out by the sheer force of their weight. Your last thoughts are of how heavy they felt as you died from the collision. Well done. You know, sorry to go on a tangent here, but this actually reminds me of a video I came across on YouTube. I think it was called When You're Up Against a Gourmand Player or something. And it was playing the Garbage Waste threat theme, but then they had the wall was of the Outskirts threat theme play instead. That was really fucking hilarious. And is actually peak humor for Rain World. Hold on, let me find it. No, it's called Fighting a Gourmand Player, and it was made by Andafic. I'm not gonna play the video here, I just recommend you watch it yourself. But it is fucking hilarious. Anyways, well done. But that's kind of what that what that moment reminds me of. Pick up a spear and throw it at them. The spear flies through the air and in an arc and lands in front of the hefty slug cat. They look at it, and then they look at you. You back up slowly, unsure of what they will do. They pick up the spear, sniff it, and then throw it at you. Try to duck, but get hit in the leg.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you would catch it.
The heavy slug cat says, running towards you.
What?
The spear, I threw it so you would catch it. I didn't mean to hit you. You stare at them in disbelief. Touch your leg in pain. As the slug cat runs towards you, they trip over their own feet and as their entire body weight falls on top of you. You hear a loud crunch as your vision goes black.
Oh, I'm sorry again. I didn't mean to do that, Abe.
The hefty slug cat is cut off as the egg-like object in your hand explodes, killing you both instantly.
Whoops.
Note to self, never go up against a Gourmand player. Pick up a rock and throw it at them. You pick up a small rock and throw it at the hefty slug cat, but it bounces off their fat exterior completely. Excuse me, game. It's rotund. It's rotund, game. It's not fat, it's rotundness. Ha! The hefty slug cat stares at you, narrowing their eyes. You widen your eyes and begin to sweat profusely, preparing for the hefty slug cat's retaliation. The hefty slug cat walks towards you, raises a tiny stubby arm, and pokes you in the forehead.
I wasn't expecting to see someone that was out here. You're not from my colony, right?
He asked.
No, I'm looking for another slug cat to be my mate. Well,
You say,
Ah, so that's it. I can tell by the way you said it. It's not an easy thing for you to say. Things have been tough lately, haven't they?
tough. No, I'm a pro gamer.
the hefty slug cat stares at you, chin's wobbling.
You're a pro gamer?
You nod. The hefty slug cat stares at you, seemingly in thought.
A pro gamer, huh? Never heard that one before. I've heard plenty of others, but that's a new one.
It's true though.
The hefty slug cat stares at you and puts a finger into their chin.
I'm afraid a liar is all that I see before me. Liars have been known to make the most insane of claims.
Your heart rate increases. You've never been great under pressure.
But no, a liar? Nah, check this. They call this a pro gamer move.
You throw your egg by your feet and prepare to use a gravity manipulation strat to fling yourself super far with the singularity. Perform your frame perfect input. You pounce to the edge of the singularity's gravity field and slide cancel backwards into the outer 5% of the shockwave's radius. You are 2 pixels off, however, and immediately get sucked into the core of the singularity. Every atom in your body is jostled as you become extremely dead. That's how I feel. Good job. Good fucking job. Anyways.
I'm lonely.
I hear that. Things have been getting worse for us lately, haven't they? It's been tough for myself as well.
The hefty slug cat says. Excuse me.
Really? You're huge and have like infinity supply. How are you lonely?
You ask. The hefty slug cat sighs and sits near you. Oh, wait. I skipped a line.
I can procure many things for my stomach, but love is not one of them. The hefty Slugcat sighs and sits near you. You realize that the ground is wet, but you sit as well. Pat them on the head, hold their hand, or give them a hug. You try to wrap your arms around the hefty Slugcat's large exterior, but your arms cannot reach all the way around. The hefty Slugcat laughs and says, "You're cute." You're not sure how to respond, so you laugh nervously. The hefty Slugcat is just standing there, laughing.
You're weak warm.
You say, trying to think of something to say.
Well, yeah, I suppose I am, the hefty Slugcat says, and begins laughing again. Neither of you know what to say, so you sit in silence for a while.
What are you doing out here right now?
Gathering food and supplies for my colony.
You have a whole colony?
Yeah, of course, we're not loners like you.
How big we talking?
I'd say about 30 or 40. Give or take a few.
Hello? Yeah, hook me up.
Jesus fucking Christ. Nervously ask if the hefty Slugcat could hook you up with the mate in their colony. Hefty Slugcat lets out a low rumbling chuckle.
I doubt any of the Slugcats I know would be interested in someone like you. You're small, scrawny, and have no combat abilities.
Well, lately none of the Slugcats in your colony can describe the stuff I went through, you say?
What do you mean, the stuff you went through?
You know, the pre-cycle rain, the Mayrose villagers and red pages, the rot, the million food tips I needed to fill every cycle, the nacho cheese, the deadly snails, those train lizards, all that worm grass, whatever the hell that chimney was. You list the many dangerous things you've encountered on your journey to find a mate.
I don't know what any of that stuff means.
The hefty Slugcat seems even more confused.
Never mind.
You say?
I'll just find the colony world.
You begin to walk away, but the hefty Slugcat stops you.
I can't let you do that. You're an intruder.
I need it. What if my fated mate is there? I can't let this go.
The hefty Slugcat stares at you with apathy.
Look, I get you have needs, and I sympathize, but if you go to our colony, we are gonna have issues.
Move your way past.
I'm sorry.
The hefty Slugcat says. The hefty Slugcat suddenly slides towards you at an incredibly alarming speed.
What?
You don't get to finish your sentence before the heavy Slugcat slams into your midsection. The force of the heavy Slugcat's weight smashes you to the ground, and you let out a pained yell. The heavy Slugcat presses down on top of you, and you wince as the heavy Slugcat's immense weight crushes your frail body.
It's been so tough.
Yes, tell me, have you been hurt at all? The heavy Slugcat asks.
I'm just always in danger.
I can respect that. The world we live in is a harsh one, and it's rare to find someone who can put up with the kind of blood stuff.
Suddenly, 3 red lizards and a giant red centipede emerge over the hill. The hefty Slugcat looks at them, and rage fills their eyes.
See, this is exactly what I'm saying.
How can I put this? The hefty Slugcat says. I think you may be cursed.
What? I'm not cursed, I'm just unlucky.
You say. No, like, if there's such thing as destiny, whoever was responsible for designing your fate legitimately hates you.
Stupid.
You say. Does that tell me, have you had a happy moment in your life? The hefty Slugcat asks.
No?
Exactly, you're destined to suffer, and it's only natural you'd have difficulty finding love.
Okay, let's go and stuff, but we're kind of surrounded.
Hefty Slugcat looks behind you. Follow your gaze and see that the 3 red lizards and the giant red centipede have surrounded you.
Go ahead and fight them. I'm a peace-loving Slugcat. Fighting really isn't my thing, the hefty Slugcat says. You sigh and turn to face the enemies behind you. 3 red lizards hiss and growl, flashing their teeth. Before you get a chance to do anything, you're covered by their spit, while they quickly maul you to death. That's Rain World, alright. Pat them on the back. God. Another swig, we go! Fellas, you pat the Slugcat on the back, extending your arm about as far as it could. You feel a slight pain in your arm that you push through. Thanks, I really needed that, the hefty slugcat says, extending their own arm out. They pat you on the head. You feel warm and fuzzy, somehow you don't feel alone anymore.
What are you doing out here? No.
Alright. Out of all of them, I want to be with you.
It's like, out of all of them, I want to be with you.
The hefty slugcat looks at you with the strangest look in their eye. Are you sure that's what you want?
Yes, I've never been sure of anything in my life.
Right then, as long as you're sure about this, let's do this. You nod your head. This is the happiest moment of your life. Take their hand and go someplace private. You walk with the hefty slugcat hand in hand. You're both nervous and excited. This is what you've been waiting for. Once you reach someplace private, they stop and start making a bonfire. You stare at them confused.
What you doing?
Weren't you inviting me for a private dinner?
Oh, yeah, of course,
You say, laughing nervously. You start coughing excessively and you stare at them right.
What?
He's like, hey there, Sheridan. Happy April Fool's Day. I've been planning this for weeks now, by the way, because I knew this would be a perfect prank. Anyways. What should I make for us to eat? Also, which of the three? I'm just going...
I want you.
You take a deep breath and look into their eyes.
I want you to be my mate. Ooh, woo.
Their eyes widen. The hefty slugcat goes through a list of emotions. First is shock, then happiness, then fear, then anger. They fall back and start involuntarily spitting out items in their mouth.
Oh my god, you okay?
A bomb drops out of their mouth, and they fumble to try to pick it up. However, it accidentally detonates. You close your eyes from the blast and feel heat on your back. You disintegrate. Death. Hold their hand. You reach your hand out to hold theirs, curious of their reaction. They look at you with a confused expression, but they grab onto you as well. I'm Gourmand, the hefty slugcat says. You safely realize you don't know your name.
I forgot my name.
That's okay, we'll probably come back to you eventually, Gourmand says. Anyways.
You decide, I guess.
Alright, they say. I'll make a feast.
Whatever you want, my love.
You both sit on some logs and the bonfire, watching it burn. You watch as they begin to cook more food than you've ever seen.
Are you sure you can eat all that?
You ask. Fuck. Turn on the controller. Come on, stop turning off. At school, I cut a bunch of brownies and gave them out to people who wanted a brownie. That's cool. Honestly. It's really cool. I don't think I've had a brownie in a while. They begin laughing and nod their head. I'm a really big slughead. I need a lot of food. You stare at them in amazement. You've never seen a creature that large move around in such a rapid manner before. Start eating the food as it's prepared. The hefty slughead sits down next to you, and you begin eating the food they've made. You fill your stomach up faster than you have in any other cycle before. The slughead smiles and hands you more food.
No thanks. I'm already at next food tips.
Nonsense. Please enjoy my cooking. Don't insult the chef. You force yourself to keep eating beyond your limits. Suddenly the game crashes with an index out of range error in HUD.FoodMeter. Imagine if the game just crashes when that happens. That would be really funny.
I have this egg.
You take out the egg from your pouch and offer it to the hefty slughead. They smile and begin grinning from ear to ear. You brought me food? They said.
Yeah, you want it?
You ask nervously. Yes, I want. Give it to me. They begin heating the egg over the fire, making scrambled eggs. How did you know I love eggs? The hefty slughead asks, beaming. You stare at them, still nervous and unsure of what to say.
I don't know.
Let them cook. As the egg cooks, reality seems to begin to bend around the resultant food product. Time seems to warp, and you watch as steam rises as if in slow motion. It's as if the salt, pepper, and heat of the fire are all blend. Space and time to reach the primordial state of deliciousness. You stare at the hefty slugcat with bewilderment, but your mouth can't help but salivate. With a sudden primal hunger, the other slugcat greedily consumes all of the egg. Their body begins to glow and levitate, and infinite matter begins to radiate from their mouth. You shield your eyes. The light is blinding. It's as if it has consumed everything. Out of this singular point of the slugcat's mouth, subatomic particles rain. They combine into atoms and then into more complex elements in matter. Slowly, the light begins to consolidate into a dimmer afterglow. You open your eyes. A cycle has been completed. A new universe has been born. You have a lot of work to do. We're going down. You descend beneath the ground to the deepest reaches where the nature of reality distorts the fog. Demons roam, and past civilizations border the void. Surely for someone with your experience, this would be the most appropriate location to potentially find a mate to spend your life with. However, it is not always so. Once the search begins, one does not always find what they are looking for. Explore the void. The void is a place of instability and decay. It is a place that can't even be properly defined or accurately described. Rather, it is a state of non-conformity, in which everything may be possible and nothing is certain. Look around. Look around you and you see that you are not alone. There are other creatures like yourself scuttling around amongst the rocks. You hear a sound like the chomping of jaws. You need to be careful as it is very dark here and predators could be hidden around any corner. Look behind you. You turn around and to immediately see a large figure behind you. You're not entirely sure what you're looking at. Perhaps a pair of enormous feet? Look up. Your eyes trail further up. That's a big creature, alright. Are those its muscles? They are very well defined. You begin to blush a little, but also feel like you're suddenly in very real danger. Look all the way up. You look up and see a terrifying face and form. A monstrous beast. Oh god. A monstrous bestial visage that fills you with unquenchable dread. If you do a gourmand again, then accept your fate when the universe is created. Okay. You'd recognize that face anywhere. You try to resist the urge to squeal in delight. You're their biggest fan.
Can I have your autograph?
The beast stares at you and begins to move towards you slowly. It opens its jaws and shrieks, a sound unlike anything you have ever heard before. You're awestruck by its appearance, and that feeling is only amplified by the divine presence you feel as its vocals resonate through your chest. It slams its large black talons upon you, pinning your body to the floor. You blush profusely. There's a quick flash of light accompanied by a loud pang that rings your ears. The large creature suddenly goes limp and collapses to the ground. That's impossible. It should be invincible. You feel a presence. What's the voice? How do I voice this guy? I had voiced 4 of the 5 slugcats. Hello, was that guy bothering you? The green-colored slugcat floats down from the sky in front of you. There's an aura of tranquility around it, yet some part of your mind feels some instinctive, primal fear from its very being. The slugcat has an extremely long tongue, quite a bit different from any other slugcat you've encountered before. In any case, this is your first of your species you encountered here, and you could be an eligible mate. Thanks, you're my hero. You're looking fine, or wow, please. I'm going for...
Well, please leave me.
The slugcat gives you a strange look, but then complies. Their tongue launches at you, slapping you across the cheek. As it retracts, the stickiness of it pulls you forward, causing you to faceplant onto the floor. That was less romantic than you thought it would be. Actually, quite insulting. Lay there in embarrassment. You lay face-planted on the floor, feeling kind of dumb. You roll over onto your side, expecting to see... I can't read. You roll over onto your side, expecting to see them laugh at you. Instead, you see the slugcat casually floating over to your egg.
Whoa, what do you think you're doing there?
They ignore you and continue towards the egg.
Hey, don't touch that.
They finally stop their pursuit and turn to look at you. Why? They ask. They with an expressionless look.
Trust me, it won't taste good.
I wasn't going to eat it. Plus, I'm more of a taco guy myself. They get the slightest impression of a grin and turn back towards the egg. Take the egg back. You sprint towards the slug cat to grab the egg before it does. That's all yours. You're not gonna let this random dude touch your precious cargo. Who do you think they are?
That's mine, give it back.
The slug cat leisurely turns their head back towards you and launches their tongue at you again. It sticks firmly onto your torso and you feel a harsh tug as the tongue pulls back. It swiftly drags you across the ground, finally releasing its stick on you to fling you off the edge of a cliff. You fall into the darkness below. As you lay struggling to move your body, a black lizard slips out of a nearby pipe and makes quick work of you in your defenseless state. Damn it. You should voice him like how you would sound when you have a scratchy throat. It's... Oh my god, that is awful. Let's see, wait and observe. You know what you do with the egg, but part of you is curious to see what the other uses this egg might have. Does the slug cat know something you don't? You sit back and watch.
What are you gonna do with it then?
It's got in your possession. I think, but I've been looking for this for a long time.
Oh, but what do you need it for?
It's fine. They solve everything.
The slug cat's fur stands up on end.
Okay. Sure, dude, you can borrow it for a bit.
The slug cat settles the egg on the ground and stares at it with determination.
Let me take care of it. Be all over soon.
They enter into a deep concentration and begin to levitate slightly above the ground. A bright hex-shaped light forms above their head, and they begin to travel towards the egg. As the light settles over the egg, it begins to grow increasingly brighter. Then in a quick culmination, the light is met with a deafening pang as it ruptures the egg over your ears. Oh god. Damn it!
Thanks, you're my hero, or you're looking fine.
It's getting pretty long.
Jesus. They look you over from head to toe. Doesn't seem particularly flirtatious, more of a method of thorough inspection. You become self-conscious about your many claws.
Oh, yes, people.
Fur? Since when did members of your species have fur? You can't recall ever getting a haircut in your entire life. God damn it, my voice is cracking from these voices. I swear to God! They're seeming more and more foreign to you. Could they really be an eligible mate? Also, why did you respond with me too? You've been too anxious about this encounter to really think about what you're saying. Pet the slug cat. Curiosity gets the best of you, and you reach out to feel their skin. Is it the same as yours? What would this researchable fur even feel like? However, they immediately jump back.
Oh, you're certainly very interesting. It's not such a good idea for us to meet right now. Let's get going.
You didn't mean to make them uncomfortable.
Oh,
Before you get a chance to say any more, you shoot their tongue towards the ceiling and begin swinging away into the distance. What a strange specimen. Unfortunately, now you're just alone again. Stumble around in the darkness. It would help you if you had a light source, but you do not. As you stumble around, you feel something tickle up against your skin. That something turns into many things before suddenly 2 large fangs sink into the back of your neck. Your course is dragged away by a large spider as it returns to its burrow.
Thanks, you're my hero.
You reply to the slugcat in your best courting tone, hoping to impress upon the seriousness of the situation you're in. However, you have no reaction from the slugcat. Instead, you feel a feeling of trepidation from it, as if it knows something you don't. This causes you to have second thoughts about making the move.
Hey, you good?
You question the slugcat's response to you. You're just not feeling the vibes and want to make sure you're on the same wavelengths with your potential mate. You try to reassure the slugcat.
Yo, something must be wrong with my eyes, because I can't take them off you.
Are you trying to imply something?
The slugcat asks, looking a bit annoyed.
Yeah, you picking up what I'm throwing down?
You're making fun of my eyes.
What? No.
Throw down another one.
Okay, look, are you a time traveler? Because I can see you in my future.
You say while striking a pose.
Yes.
The slugcat replies with a straight face.
What?
Yes, I'm a time traveler. Will we follow the cycle?
Okay. Look, dude, I just want to go out with you.
The slugcat pauses for a few seconds, looking disappointed in you.
In that case, no, I will not go with you.
Why?
I'm not interested in relationships. I have higher priorities.
The slugcat looks away as if trying to find a way to exit this interaction as soon as possible. Give up. You accept this reasoning. No need to force this issue further. You can find another mate elsewhere. You wave goodbye to the slugcat and it takes flight off to who knows where. However, you're also very close to Void Sea. Perhaps you should take the dive and procrastinate on worrying about relationships until after you've stripped your mortal coil. Head to the Void Sea. You begin to trip through the depths deep into the subterranean caverns nearing the bottom of the world. You descend further and further down. However, as you reach one room before the Void Sea, an invisible void worm clips through the wall and shatters every bone in your body. What the hell? I thought that glitch was fixed a while ago. Whoops. Was that a real glitch in the game, by the way? I would like to learn. God damn it. Investigate the sound. You cautiously edge around the corner, your eyes piercing into the darkness. You see nothing but hear the chomping of jaws again. As if perfectly blended with the darkness, the black mouth of a lizard springs out of the darkness at you. It's an ambush predator, and you've fallen into the jaws of a carnivorous monster. There's a fury pain before the world fades away. Unlucky! Don't let up. This slugcat doesn't know what it's talking about. What higher priority could there possibly be than you? Being your mate is the only priority that matters. You just need to make the slugcat realize their mistake.
Well, I'm not leaving here without a mate, and you're not leaving here without one either.
You stand your ground, however the ground doesn't help you as much as the other slugcat simply takes flight into the air and swiftly leaves. Make chase. You turn to chase the slugcat, but are interrupted as you hear the loud pang sound again. Or at least you would have heard it, if the neural synapses between your brain and your ears weren't shattered at the same instant. Instead you hear nothing, for you have ascended. Whoopsies. Offer of gift.
Okay, hold up. Before you give up on me.
The slugcat looks disinterested in whatever reason you might be about to give.
I got you a gift. Look!
You hand the slugcat your egg. Maybe this offering will help win them over. To your surprise, their expression immediately changes.
Where did you find that? You give this to me.
I'll give it to you if you go out with me.
You in exchange for this.
Bribery with slugcat. It's the same thing with scavengers, only instead of pearls, we use... hold on. Let me get an image. Quickly. Basically the same thing as,
as scavengers, but instead of using pearls, you instead use. Let me pull up the image. I have it in my downloads, I think. Or is it on my desktop? God damn. God damn it. It's in my images, right? No. Oh, no, it's actually here. Instead, you use... And... where's my image? So you use... Oh, egg. Just use an egg. Take the egg. And before you ask, yes, I know this is from Hollow Knight. Shush. I don't care, okay? I saved that for just a single gag. That was not worth it at all. Fuck.
Oh, let's not go that far yet.
Do you have any idea what this is?
The slug cat takes the gift and admires it deeply.
It's egg.
This will finally solve everything.
Their fur stands up on end.
Okay, honey buns. Do what you have to do. I love you.
The slug cat settles the egg on the ground and stares at it with determination.
Let me take care of it. It'll be all over soon.
They enter a deep concentration and begin to levitate slightly above the ground. A bright X-shaped light forms above their head and then begins to travel towards the egg. As the light settles over the egg, it begins to grow increasingly brighter, and in a quick culmination, the light is met with a deafening pain as it ruptures the egg. Cover your ears. And someone told me to just simply do Gourmand again. You shield your eyes. The light is blinding as if it has consumed everything. Out of the singular point of the slug cat's mouth, subatomic particles rain. They combine into atoms and then into more complex elements in matter. Slowly, the light begins to consolidate into a dimmer afterglow. A cycle has been completed. A new universe has been born. You have a lot of work to do. I don't need to explain anymore, so let's just smash continue. But yeah. Alright, let me just relaunch the game. Because, yeah, this was a joke stream, as you can tell. Happy April Fool's Days, everyone. Happy April Fools. We have gotten 1.5 hours worth of content out of a bloody joke that I've done. But, that's not the end for Rain World, by the way. No. If you thought I was over with, guess what? I mentioned this, but back on Friday, this released. The DLC that I've been waiting for. And I wanted to stream for a while, The Watcher. So, guess what? Tomorrow I'm actually going to stick with my promise and actually stream The Watcher. Alright. Happy April Fools, but maybe the real fool was the friends we made along the way. I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.